Hey everybody, it's Annette. I wanted to talk about an email I had gotten yesterday. Well, I don't really know when I got it because I don't look at the channel's email every day. But I got it and it was email regarding YouTube, regarding my channel. And it's like, you're not getting a lot of views. You need to work on your SOE. Weird words I didn't know anything about. You need to do this, you need to do this. I'm a professional YouTube promoter or whatever. Okay. um, so this to me, this is in baby stages. And what I envision for this is exactly the same thing I stated from day one before I ever started doing a lot of these videos and was nervous and talking to a camera and didn't know. I felt like really stupid just talking to a camera. And it was odd, but it did get views. But the reason I started this is because I wanted to document my experience with the PRP injections on my knees, whether it worked, whether it didn't work. Got those done in August. It is now December the 3rd. It's still doing well. I'm still doing well. I can't say the same for my back right now, and that's related to the fall, but I'm still working on doing therapy for it and going to the chiropractor. But that was the reason I started it. And I also started it because I wanted to not just talk about chronic pain, but also to bring in anxiety and depression and just everyday things that we do, gardening, herbs, what we did at work, life. I wanted it to be a platform that would be the same thing, and this is what you're going to get. If I was to go to your house and sit down and have a drink with you and we had a conversation, and I kind of want that format, I want it to be organic. And I plan to keep it that way and talk about whatever's on my mind. Just, you don't talk about the same thing in a little bitty box every day when you're talking to friends. You talk about life, what you're going through. And I made an intentional decision not to do politics on here. That's everywhere. That's everywhere. If you want to have the life sucked out of you, it's rampant. I understand keeping up with the news. I understand not keeping, your head turned the other way. I do. But if you're going to follow platforms, pick platforms that you trust. Listen to the news, but don't get so immersed in it because you may see 5 or 6 different um, YouTube, I hate saying content creators, YouTube personalities, and they are all talking about politics, giving their own opinion on that. There's plenty of that out there, and that's not really what I want to bring here. I want to have this space to get away from that because it can raise anxiety, it can add to depression that we already have, and it's certainly not going to take our mind, I wouldn't think, off of chronic pain when we're worrying about everything. Stress levels going up, I wouldn't think would help pain. So I don't want that on here. So what is my channel not going to be? Political. What else is it not going to be? It's not going to be drama and bullying. There's enough of that out there. I've commented on a lot of different my favorite YouTubers, mainly gardening or life after 50 or something like that, and traveling, different topics that I like. And they've been supportive and encouraging and positive interactions. However, if you comment on some of these other videos, and you guys know what I'm talking about, you comment on them, and there are the trolls and the bots that will say something hateful or blame you for whatever's going on in the world today. I don't think we need that in our lives. I do not respond to that. It's like rage bait, and I don't have time for that. That my life to me is more valuable than responding to somebody or even a robot that leaves a troll comment. It's not going to be bullying and drama on here. We may talk about drama things, such as I did yesterday about my angst with the Cyber Monday and the Black Friday situation, but that's life, and I try to handle it with a sense of humor too, and offer options to do something else. So that's going to be the other thing that I want, the environment, the climate I want to have on this. Other thing you're not going to see me do, I will not do this, is name drop some of these people who have several million followers, name drop to comment on them to piggyback off of their success. No. To get clicks under someone else's name, name dropping. That's not what this is about either. They built their career, their YouTube channels, their podcast, whatever they have, they built it up. It's not up to me to glom onto them or glump on or however, to grab onto their coattails to use that to get clicks. And it's not about money. If it was about money, I would be finding clicky-baity things. But that's not what this is about. I have a full-time career, and I have my little homestead. I'm a busy woman. If this takes off, and if it is a successful space, that's a win-win to me. But it's not about the money. I want to have a good, healthy place just to discuss things. So whoever what the promoter was and telling me, you don't have a lot of views on blah, blah, blah video, or I can get you more clicks, views, whatever, whatever, whatever. I'd rather grow it organically. I mean, there's just in the United States alone, 330 million people, give or take. This is brand new, getting off the ground. And I want to be me. I want to be, this is the Annette you're going to see if we are in person. And I want to have fun with it. You're going to get the quirky, the clumsy, the stumbling over words and things that I do, that we do in normal human interactions. So that's what I wanted to just kind of go over tonight and talk about. That, yeah, it's not a huge screaming whatever viral, I guess the success right now. To me, it's success. Anytime I do a video and I get to talk about something meaningful to you, or just share my day, or tell you about taking my crazy dog to the vet, it makes me happy. This is what I like to do. And again, primary focus on health and dealing with our pain, because it's really difficult when you're dealing with pain, regardless of what kind you're suffering from. And then you also add the anxiety and depression to it. And then, oh, hello, short days, seasonal affective disorder, and cold outside, and all the other stuff that's coming on to us. So I hope that my decision, and I stand by my decision, to keep this place organic, healthy, slow and steady growth that takes off like a rocket, that's great. There's more people I can talk to me, more friends. More online friends. I think this would be a fantastic place where we could lift up and support one another. So, yeah, it's not doing what the guru said it should be doing, but I don't want to listen to somebody I don't even know and who only pulled me up from my videos. I'm sure they go out there and they target people who have done a steady series of videos for a certain amount of time and are not apparently going at the rate that they think they need to go in order to make money off of a newbie. And that really does not faze me whatsoever. So here we go. Here is to organic, healthy, and happy growth. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Stay inside if you can. If you have to go outside, layer, layer, layer. It is blipping cold in North Carolina. So, and I've seen clips of other states that are really, wow, y'all are buried in snow and all kinds of nasty stuff and black ice. And seen a lot more wrecks from up north. So drive safely, be aware of your surroundings, and just take care of yourselves. Want you safe, people. Love y'all. Have a good night.